What do you want to ask?
See, I've been hiding this whole fascination since the 8th grade. So, how did you come out?
About as furry or gay?
Furry. So maybe I should just sit down the family and just say, oh yeah, just let you know, yeah, I'm gay. And when my Christian family just starts crying and bawling, I'm like, no, I'm just kidding, I'm furry. I mean, they'll be so relieved. It'll calm things down a little bit.
I have a lot of people that ask me how to come out to their families or friends as furry, and they'll ask me these things, and they'll say, well, you know what? If my parents ever found out that I was a furry, they'd boot me out into the street with no place to go, into a ditch, and they'd brand my nipples with hot irons, and they would completely cut me up with barbed wire. And how can I tell them that I'm furry? And my immediate response is, don't, you idiot, don't. I mean, to me, being a furry is one of the other million parts of your personality that make up who you are.
Yeah.
If it's gonna, if it's gonna get you out of a house, if it's gonna stop you from being fed or make your life miserable,
right,
why in the hell would you want to tell somebody? Just leave it. Tell people who can dig it, can get into that, and the people who are going to actually make you suffer for it, don't tell them. They don't need to know.
Exactly.
Same way with being gay. It's the same deal.
Right.
It's the same thing in both fronts. But
always wonder, one day, is my mom going to open up my binder and see too much furry artwork and wonder?
It's possible.
Yeah.
It happens sometimes. I never really came out to my parents. My mom. I only have one. I came out to her as gay. It was very interesting, but furry, she's kind of put it together eventually.
Right.
And I was lucky with moms. I dealt a very good hand with moms. She's very understanding.
Yeah, I know. My family's kind of like that too. Because I know if they ever found out something on their computer or anything like that. I didn't say that, but
Yeah, they might get a little bit. Yeah, my mom is entirely understanding. She and she fully admits. I can't thank her enough for being as mature as she is, but she said, you know what, I don't like everything you do, but you're still my son and I still love you, and even if you don't like something I do, I can shake my finger at you, but if it's who you are, then you be that. And I really wish more people had parents like that, because they don't. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, when I stopped going to church, and I'm like, just a year ago I just realized this whole Christianity thing is just kind of bogus and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But we'll get into arguments and everything, but then it just oh, can you go to the grocery store for me and pick up some milk? Yeah, sure.
Well, so you were a Christian.
Yep.
You born that way into a Christian family?
Yep.
And then you got out.
The whole side family is Christian, and the other side's Catholic. But I started a second job at working at Kroger's stocking shelves, and I stopped going. And then all of a sudden, I asked the big question, is the Bible really written by God? And is, are the people really divine that have written this? The more you look into it, I guess I'm a rational person, because I didn't try to convince myself further that, oh no, this is real. No.
One thing that I'm fond of saying to people who come and preach to me, because I was a Christian, I was a minister.
Yeah.
And they'll come and they'll say, well, have you found Jesus, or the equivalent thereof?
Right.
I say, yeah, I found him and left him where I found him. And and they'll say, well, what do you mean by that? And I'll tell them, well, okay, I'm an atheist.
Yeah.
And they'll say, why are you an atheist? And I'll say, well, why are you an atheist? And they'll look at me baffled, what the hell? I just told you I was a Jehovah's Witness or whatever. I was like, well, I'm not an atheist. And I said, no, bullshit. You are an atheist. I just believe in one less God than you do. There's thousands of gods you don't believe in.
Right.
You are an atheist as well as I am. I said, as soon as you can understand why you're an atheist, then you'll understand why I'm an atheist. I tell them these things, and then they don't have much of an answer to that. They're like, have this watchtower by. So,
it's comedy gold to me now, just looking through the Bible and all the Bible verses that I was never taught as a child. I didn't know they stoned people for death or for working on the Sabbath. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Child slavery, oh jeez.
Wow, isn't that godlike? Love thy neighbor, but stone them when they make the smallest fucking mistake. Oh, man.
It's the same book that says that
oh yeah,
that women can't be teachers, you can't eat shrimp, and there's certain types of cloth you can't
shrimp.
wear.
That is rich too, because whenever I bring up the whole stoning on the Sabbath thing or anything like that, my parents are like, oh, that was just the old laws. Those were the Old Testament. They always teach that. Well, I'm like, well, the whole gay thing was in the Old Testament too, so we disregard that too, right? Like, no, it's not. It's not right. And, you know, I'm like, why? Because you think so? No, because God said so.
When I came out to my parents, my dad used the line. He said, "You picked an exceptionally bad sin." I said, "Well, Dad, all sins are equal in the eyes of God." Quote scripture right back at him. He goes, "Fine, you picked an exceptionally gross sin." I'm like, opinion, can't argue.
I was always confused by why, you know, the passage that says, "Oh, Darth Vader, awesome." You can see everything in the Furcon.
It's missing the fox ears though.
One of the funny things about the Bible that I even puzzled when I was a Christian was, okay, so it's bad to be gay. You'll get stoned if you're gay. But on the same page, it says you'll also be stoned and sent to hell if you plow the corners of your field or eat leftovers more than 3 days or not have a beard. It's like, wait a minute, I'm missing something here.
Right.
The Old Testament, well, the entire Bible is one of those things where people pick and choose exactly what they want to believe, and they throw away the rest.
Yep.
They pick what is convenient for them.
It's to the point where now just any religion is good enough for them.
Yeah.
That's why the Muslims are taking over Europe slowly.
It's gotten to the point where they only have a few things out of the Bible that they actually follow, and the rest of it is just all made the fuck up.
Yeah.
They've made Christianity...
Compromises after compromises.
Christianity is simply, it's been invented at this point by our society. It's not even really a religion anymore.
This kind of pisses me off. I should be able to wear this fucking thing whenever I want and not have the...
You should.
Yeah.
People should. You know, you should be able to wear a tail or a
I'm
fursuit.
about to freak out my coworkers when I go back. 'Cause one of my coworkers, I told them that, you know, where I was going. At first, you know, she was like surprised and everything. She's like, if you come back with cat ears, I'm going to freak the hell out.
Why?
So, you know, that's my plan.
See, that's the part
my
I don't
plan
understand.
now, just to come back with walking in there.
That's the part I don't understand is why cat ears would freak somebody out. I mean, I understand how... Well, okay, here's the thing with society. Here's what I believe, right? When you display some kind of social behavior that demonstrates in any way that you are not in touch with the rest of society, they become afraid of you because they think, oh, well, he obviously doesn't know it's not socially correct to wear a cat suit in public, so that means he could also stab me. No, it's...
He could also take my children and kidnap them.
He could take my children and rape them and turn them into, you know, cat people.
Convert them.
Yeah.
That's our agenda now.
It's fear. You know, people are afraid of furries. They are afraid of furries because they're afraid of the unknown. They don't know what we're about. So
See, I always think...
It hugs.
Yeah. And there's always going to be another taboo that comes about, you know, like, you know, oh, first it was marrying outside your race, then it was gays, and, you know, you know, next thing you know, I want to marry my dog. I can't wait for that. I'm going to sit back and enjoy the show.
The slippery slope argument, and this is something I have a degree in. I actually have a degree in philosophy.
Yeah.
Slippery slope argument is a fallacy. You can't say it's wrong for gay people to be married because 10 years down the road, then that means that one person can marry 6 dogs. That's not the issue.
Right.
It's not the issue now. The issue now is, can gay people marry? You can't say, well, because this could happen in an alternate universe, possibly in the future. This shouldn't be legal now.
We can't have robots walking around because eventually they'll get so advanced we'll have to try considering them human. We can't have that.
Yeah, we can't have that. We can't. That's a fallacy. It's a complete fallacy, and it sucks. Oh man, people are fun. People are fun. It's fun to watch people in their psychology. It's really interesting.